Good afternoon and welcome to Afternoon Tea with Anna. Let me just show you on my table. Look at this. It is a homemade lemon cake, egg and cress sandwiches, a little salad and a pot of tea. Well, thank you very much for joining me today in my lovely boater hat, polka dot dress and pale blue stockings. So today I thought afternoon tea sounds perfect, even though we are in a beautiful sunny day. It's a September and we're trying to keep upbeat even with the sad but happy celebratory news of having the funeral on Monday but celebrating Queen Elizabeth II's life. And I bet she'd have loved an afternoon tea. And I'm sure she did. I always wonder what she would have eaten on her afternoon tea. So let me do a little twirl and then you can see what else I'm wearing. I say I've got this beautiful polka dot dress on. I love polka dot dresses. The sun behind is quite glaring, which is lovely. I'm not complaining. And beautiful dress and they might not like it, but there we are. We're going to be radical on this beautiful sunny Saturday daytime. Afternoon. Afternoon tea is quite a lovely pleasure to have, to be honest. It's a way of relaxing in an afternoon, that little bit of a gap between having your lunch and your evening meal. And I'm going to tell you a little ditty, a little anecdote that I only recently found out. I knew a member of the royalty had many years, centuries ago, come up with the idea for a little link of food between after lunchtime and evening meal, because in the 1840s, I don't know whether you know this, dinner was served quite a bit later in the evening. So we're sort of talking 8 o'clock. And you probably would have had your luncheon, more likely early afternoon. So that 4 or 5 o'clock little gap would have got you very hungry. Welcome, Matthew. Thanks very much for popping in. Thanks very much, Jack. So I've got my beautiful teapot here and I'm just going to pop a little bit of milk in. So according to history that I've been doing a little bit researched on, and I'm going to take my hat off because really you shouldn't really wear your hat inside. Oh, that's better. Got a bit of hat hair going on. I wondered always how they would have done it and not had hat hair in those days. I'm just going to jiggle you around a bit because I can't quite see you as well as I would like to. Oh, I think that's a little bit better, isn't it? Welcome, welcome, one and all. Oh, just trying to move that's a little bit better, isn't it? And come down a bit. Let's see if that works. That's much better. The sun was glaring right into my eyes from over there. So, apparently, the Duchess of Bedford. Now, her first name was Anna. I know, what a coincidence. And she was the Duchess of Bedford. And how she came to feel about this was they would have these wonderful lunches and a grand dinner in the evening. Welcome, Peter. Say, mid-late afternoon, 4-ish time, she got a little bit peckish. So she would phone down to the kitchens and say, please send up a pot of tea and some bread and butter. David, thank you very much, but I love to wear hats. If you don't want to see me in a hat, just close your eyes. It's fine. I took it off about 4 or 5 minutes in, so you'll be fine. Do you know it's called a cloche hat? I'll leave you with that. So back to the Duchess of Bedford. And she would order pot of tea and bread and butter. And that would keep her appetite at bay, or fill a little bit up, but still have enough for the dinner in the evening. And it became so popular, she invited all her friends. And they would then grand this afternoon tea up with gowns and hats and satin gloves and make it an event. And that's how it came to be. So there you are. There's a little bit of history for you on afternoon tea. So I've got these beautiful sandwiches. I've made this most gorgeous lemon cake, which I'm going to try in a minute, and have my tea. So if you've got any questions about afternoon tea, ask away. Welcome, Matthew. Thanks very much for coming for afternoon tea on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. Now, in the last couple of weeks, quite a few events in my little life, sort of anniversary type things, travel plans, have sort of started to happen. So I'm off to the UK next week. It wasn't planned. I was going 2 weeks ago. And I had to cancel it because of train strikes, issues with Eurostar, tube strikes, and then to top it all, strikes here in the Netherlands. So I moved it to next week, and I was going Monday to London. I'm now going Wednesday. So even planning ahead doesn't help at all. Also, this week on is tomorrow. I have been 2 years in the Netherlands, and there is a little video coming to tell you all what's happened in the 2 years, what I've learned, what's good, bad or indifferent about the Netherlands. So you'll have to keep track of that. I've also done a beautiful dinner, making a beautiful beef bourguignon dinner that I'm going to be putting on here as well. So I've done an awful lot of filming this week for you. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you like the history side of things. So I do have another little afternoon story if you'd like to hear it very quickly. Let me tell you, set the scene. We're in Edinburgh, which is one of the Queen's favourite places. Nothing to do with the Queen at all. And I was meeting somebody for afternoon tea. This is a very long time ago. So if you're from Edinburgh or you're familiar, the Grassmarket area, there's 2 hotels, same name hotel, same company. And I would guess to make sure you're going to go to the right one, they have completely different frontages. One of them has got a beautiful alligator crocodile, bright colours, full size in the window. The next hotel of the same name has got a different animal. I can't remember what it was. I've got a feeling it was a buffalo or a tiger. And the swimming pool you could see right on the front of the hotel. So I arranged with said gentleman to have this afternoon tea. And I texted him the hotel and which one it was and said about the alligator. So I go there for the agreed time, sat there waiting for him, thinking, oh, that's a little bit rude, he's 10 minutes late. And I thought, I know I was on a time scale and I know he was, so I purchased the afternoon tea. The afternoon tea came and I'm texting him away, going, oh, he said, I'm already in the restaurant. I could see many gents on their own, but none that I recognised at all. I'm thinking, I don't know where this gent is. So I text him again and I say, oh, where are you? What are you wearing? Well, a lot of the gents were wearing suits. I told him what I was wearing, and then I sent him a picture of the full picture that was in front of me. It was actually a photograph, huge, in black and white, with a little bit of a sunset just coming through and a lone piper with bagpipes. So I sent him this picture and he said, I can't see that anywhere in the restaurant. I said, Oh, well, what can you see? Send me a picture. So he sent me this beautiful picture. Nothing to do with a castle or a piper. And just as I'm looking at it, the waiter came up with the afternoon tea, looked at the picture and said, "Oh, that's our picture in the next hotel." The gentleman was in the other hotel waiting for me. So the moral of the story is, make sure you're in the right place at the right time. I know Dudley, I don't know David Dudley, I've no idea why, not a clue. It seems to have gone very fuzzy. Maybe it needs a little polish, but I did clean the screen just before I started. It could be the light, even though it's very, very bright in here. But at least you can hear me and see me, and that's the main thing. Well, thank you for coming for afternoon tea. I'm going to enjoy my beautiful lemon cake. Let me just try a little bit here. Oh, that is gorgeous. I have to say, it is wonderful. Fantastic. So I'm going to have the rest of my cake, going to share it round with some friends, have my tea, and then going to go for a beautiful long walk. Thank you very much for coming today. There is a brand new video coming on the original Annabelle for the new series. Go check out what it is. There's a video coming on here of me telling you all about what I'm up to in the next few weeks, and another little video coming on here soon. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Let me stand, do a little twirl, and you can see this polka dot dress fully again. I'm quite right in front of a beautiful picture of a London red bus. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. See you soon.